Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the 808 Podcast. It's a podcast where I interview business owners, CEOs, whoever else I feel like. It is 4 questions in 8 minutes and 8 seconds because 808 looks like Bob. And here we go. Question number 1 in a few sentences. Tell me who you are and what do you do?
Thanks, Bob. Leo Kanell here, founder of Seven Figures Funding. My teams and I have been fortunate to secure funding for thousands of entrepreneurs and business owners for hundreds of millions of dollars and help them to be able to create and launch a new or established business and really create the life of their dreams by doing it through our funding programs.
Love it, Leo. Question number 2. What advice do you want to share? Go.
You know, the advice that I would share is first a quick story and then the process to follow exactly what the protagonist of our story did. There once was a beauty shop, self-employed person by the name of Tara, amazing, beauty salon individual, wanted to create and start her own beauty salon in the Denver area. Didn't know how to do it, had a little bit of money saved up. So she started working on a business plan. She started to try and find a location to get a lease going. And then she needed funding. So she went and she Googled lines of credit for business. And, my company, Seven Figures Funding, came up. So she went to sevenfiguresfunding.com. She was able to apply for that funding. And she came in. We gave her a free pre-approval. And she was pre-qualified for about $50,000 in revolving credit at 0% interest to jumpstart and grow her business. And as soon as she was pre-approved, she asked one of our senior funding advisors the questions, how's this going to work? We told her how it's going to work, emailed over the details. Then she signed our agreement, a client application. We went to work. We got the applications processed. We got her the money. And the best part about it was what happened a year later. I bumped into her at Grant Cardone's GrowthCon event, and she told me that she had been able to pay off all of her debt. And because it was a 0% interest, she didn't pay any interest. Pretty happy about that. Had a bunch of employees, a multi-6-figure business. And now instead of being an employee, she was a business owner and a successful one. So the steps that someone can follow to follow Terry's, successful funding example is to simply go to our website at sevenfiguresfunding.com. That's just the digit 7 and then figuresfunding.com.
Mm-hmm.
You'll go ahead and put your information in there. We don't even need your social security number. We're partnered up with Experian. Fill out that application, and then you'll schedule a funding appointment with one of our team members. We'll get you pre-qualified, tell you the options. And then if it works for you, great. We'll go ahead and get that money. We're performance-based only. We only make money if you get funded. If not, then we'll shake hands and at least give you the tools and steps you need so that you can get funding in the future.
So for someone who that's an awesome story, by the way. I'm in Colorado Springs, so I should probably go check out that salon when I go to Denver there. So for the people who they work with you and they're not able to get funding for whatever reasons there, what are some things they can do to make it to where they can get funding?
Great question. A lot of the time someone doesn't get funding because they don't have income, they don't have assets. We can't always fix those two, but if they don't have good credit, that's something we can help them with. So we have a couple different credit restoration programs that are all money back guarantees to help remove negative, inaccurate items. We also have built out Credit College, which teaches someone how to build that strong credit profile and build the strong accounts that lenders want to see so that they can get approved in the future with their funding.
Love it. Love it there. Let's get to question number 3. What other top CEOs, business owners, or influencers that you know are successful, just like you, that you want to give a shout out to?
You know, definitely, I'm a 2 Comma Club Award winner with Russell Brunson's ClickFunnels. I love everything he teaches about marketing, so definitely give a shout out to him. Grant Cardone, fortunate to sponsor GrowthCon, and I've read all of his books, The 10X Rule, Sell or Be Sold, and Be Obsessed or Be Average. So many awesome books. He's amazing. Patrick Bet-David, Valuetainment, is the guy I probably follow the most right now because he's doing something that I want to do in terms of building a successful agency of having partners across the country. So definitely give those guys a shout out.
Perfect. Definitely appreciate that there. Now, question number 4, the final fun question, Leo. Tell me about your first sale.
Well, my first sale, I remember when I got into the finance business was this couple needed some financing. I had literally called them out of the phone book back when there were phone books. I guess maybe there still are. This was a while ago, so this dates me back, but they needed financing. I called them up. I had them come into the office. I just barely bought my new laptop. I didn't know how to use any of the finance software in the application. And so I stumbled around for an hour filling it out. Luckily, they were super patient with me. And a few weeks later, we got their deal funded and they were happy and satisfied. And that was really my first deal that I got funded. And, thousands of clients later, it's probably good that that first one worked out well to give me the confidence to move forward
Yeah,
and
you got
help a lot of other people.
the first one's always the most toughest. So totally agree with there. Actually, funny random story. So we have a couple more minutes there. There's actually a magician who uses phone books in his magic to where he stabs them and he's complaining that he can't get phone books anymore.
Yeah, I mean, they are definitely a rare commodity indeed.
They really are there. So, hey, Leo, you have 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. You can do some promo time. You can ask me a question. You can talk about your awesome beard that makes me jealous or your logo or whatever you want. Go for it.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much, Bob. The thing I would talk about is during these crazy times that we're going through, and definitely the craziness with the pandemic and all the stuff that's happened over the last year, a lot of people are looking for opportunities to make additional income. And so in the middle of the pandemic and the economic slowdown, I said, you know what? There's a lot of people out there looking for an opportunity. And guess what business is still doing well during this slow time? What's the business funding space that we're in? And so I created a funding partner program and a free workshop that people can find at Biz5 Freedom. That's just BIZFI freedom.com. And it's a free workshop to show you the opportunity within the business funding space to where you can join our team, use our funding software, and help business owners that need money. And you know what? These business owners are everywhere. You don't have to go out and find them in person. You can go on LinkedIn and Facebook, and we've got training that shows you how to reach out and provide funding to business owners. And Bob, I believe that entrepreneurs and business owners are those who solve the problems of the world, not government. And so if you can be involved in a business where you help business owners get funding, create jobs and economies and products and services that make our lives better, that's something that we wanted to let everyone know they can be a part of. And we've now got 1,300 people in that program. And the new software and the training, it didn't exist a year ago, and now it does. And I'm very excited that people have the opportunity to be able to create an income and a business for themselves in a recession-proof space like business funding.
Absolutely, totally. It definitely is a recession-proof space, blah. So, hey, you got 50 seconds left. Is there anything else you want to add, or we can end early and that's okay?
The other thing I would add is we create a lot of content. We're focused on helping entrepreneurs, especially new entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs. And so at sevenfigures.com, just the digit 7 and then figures.com, we've got a number of different content pieces to help new entrepreneurs get started. We've got education on how to save money on taxes as a business owner, how to get a business plan going. All of those different things at sevenfigures.com is another resource because like you, Bob, our audience is entrepreneurs, and whatever we can do to help and do that, we want to be a part of that.
Perfect. You pulled it off with 8 seconds to spare. 4 questions in 8 minutes and 8 seconds. Why is it 8 minutes and 8 seconds, Leo?
Because it kind of spells the name Bob.
Exactly there. Say your website real quick.
Go to sevenfiguresfunding.com, the digit 7figuresfunding.com.
It's in the description. It's magic. Leo, thank you so much for being on. Tip of the hat to you.
Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome. And for everyone else watching or listening, I am legally required to tell you to like, share, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, whatever the heck the social media network wants you to do. You all have a wonderful day now. Talk to you later. Bye.